Hello to anyone who's watching this. I just wanted to do a quick video today, share something that really shifted my perspective and helped me to let my guard down, um, release expectations of myself, and have a greater understanding of how I can show up and be transparent. Um, this could be in the workplace, this could be with friends, this could be really in any situation. And I do have to thank my lovely coworkers at Above Snakes that really helped ingrain this in me, and um, more so of an offering, a suggestion that I was able to implement and have really been thinking about, and it's brought a lot of things to my awareness on how I can show up better for myself, um, and therefore others, because I truly believe that you have to have the intention to want to be better for yourself, and for so long that seems selfish to me, but I'm realizing as I mature, as I surround myself by positive people that have good intentions, that share resources, um, how it is actually beneficial. So, cut into the chase, that is the 90% rule, or really just doing things to 90%, setting the expectation there. I think that a lot of people, and maybe it comes in waves like it does with me, but a lot of people have really high expectations of themselves, and this is a good thing. It means that you care, you want to show up, but it does have consequences and potential downfalls, and it can be very cyclic too. So over-promising, wanting to be the person to be able to do it all, when you ask yourself why you're agreeing to so many things, or you want to have that status, it's not about you. It's about your ego and showing other people that you're worthy. I'm just gonna say it, we're all worthy, and we all have completely different lives, set of circumstances that are presented to us, and while it is very beneficial to understand other people's perspectives, mostly when they're shared to you, or when you're having a vulnerable conversation that can greaten that understanding, it's also impossible to really understand what someone else has gone through. So if that's not being offered, making assumptions on that, it's a waste of time. So focusing on yourself is the goal. Setting the bar at 90% is really digestible because it takes that exponential edge of I need to do 100%. That blocks your ability to prioritize. That blocks your ability to feel any sort of contentment or celebrate your wins. And what I've noticed, and this really isn't the goal, but you maybe if you have a goal, 100%, you can do that for a little bit, and then you get burned out or you miss the mark, and then you're there 50% of the time, or showing up to what your highest capability is, like 50%, and that's just a number. It varies in every situation for each person, but setting it at 90% exponentially lowers the pressure you put on yourself. And if you get to 90%, great. If you get to 85%, great. If you get to 95% because you put so much pressure on yourself that you are able to feel relief, that's a win. And it takes a constant intention setting and awareness to be setting 90%. Not setting 90% to get to 100, not setting 90% to get to 91%, setting 90% altruistically so that you can have boundaries for yourself and really just show up in your most authentic way. I also did get some new, I got this new crystal bowl yesterday, and I'm really excited. I feel like it's completed my set. So I'm going to do a quick sound bath, and then I'm going to pull one oracle card from the Kuan Yin oracle set, and then I'm going to pull one animal card as well. This is the root chakra, this is the heart chakra, and this is the solar plexus, and then I have my brass one as well. And if you want to join with me to drop your shoulders, take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out all the stale air. Push a little more. Deep breath in through the nose. Drop the shoulders and relax as you exhale. As this bowl is playing and you're in a safe space, you can close your eyes and feel the root, if you're sitting, anchored to Gaia, to the ground, and feel held. You don't need to put pressure on yourself to do so. Just simply let it be. Let your body feel it. Don't think it. And continue to take deep breaths in and out through your nose. Now, as you feel your body anchored to the ground, safe and held, allow your shoulders to drop and your chest to gently rise. As you breathe, make sure that you're breathing through your belly with an open heart. And again, feel that through your body. It's okay if it doesn't make sense right now. You don't know how to do it. The intention is there, and that's what matters. Again, 90% doesn't have to be perfect. You can always try again. And the expectations we set ourselves, allow it to be enough. Deep inhale, deep exhale through the nose. Take a minute to bring your palms together, your fingertips together, and really feel them touching each other. Feel the energy that flows within this closed circuit. And I offer you to take a gentle bow to yourself for showing up, for trying to do better, for listening to new perspectives. And I will quickly grab those oracle cards. So there's so much wisdom out there. I am a fan of oracle cards as opposed to the traditional deck, which includes cups, swords, pentacles, and wands. I do use it sometimes. However, I feel that with the diversity of oracle cards and the intention behind them, I can more strongly feel a connection and get a reading that offers me guidance or reflection. So the first one is the Kuan Yin Oracle, and this one is a feminine energy. One thing I would like to just clarify in regards to energy, we all have male and female energy. This does not relate to any sort of social construct or in fact our X and Y chromosomes. This is the energy that is balanced and needs to be balanced in the universe and within ourselves to create our best version of ourselves. I purchased this one because I was specifically seeking to tap into my female energy. It's something that I had thought I was pretty well tapped into, and maybe I am. It's all based on how you see it, your perspective, but it's something that I wanted to tap into a little bit more, because I'm not going to say, you know, I've got this, I'm tapped into it, so I'm good to go. I don't need that. Whenever I get those thoughts, that's an indication to me that you've forgotten. There's always going to be more to learn. These have very lovely depictions on the front. I love to use my intuition to just read them before really turning them over. And I kind of just, go through them until something comes out or I feel like it's the right time to pull. And I just found it. Something just opened up. So we have this one. This is a very lovely card, and I'll show it to you. So, to me, green represents the heart chakra. The more that you look at it, the more you can use your intuition to understand what it might mean. And even if you get it wrong, that is not the point. The point is really just understanding the intricacies and admitting you don't know everything, but when you hear whispers from your third eye or your intuition, why not lean into it? Why not trust yourself? So that's all I'll say about this one. Heart chakra, green, and we'll see what it says. So I'm glad that I trusted my intuition. This is something I've been working on. This is the card for your enlightened heart. And this is a reading for both of us, or really for you. It is timeless, so whenever you are watching it, it's meant to be heard at that time. Your enlightened heart. The wish of a divine mother is that you become free. Enlightenment is a culmination of many steps. Each one is a drop of water forming a divine ocean of peace, realization, love, and unity within. An ocean that washes away fear, separation, and scarcity, and bathes us in abundance and bliss. You carry the torch of enlightenment within your heart. Let it shine. That's a really beautiful message. And hopefully it resonates with you. If it doesn't, I always like to let anyone that I'm sending energy to, you can always use the phrase, you can think it, you can say it out loud, or you can write it. I would say the strongest way to do it is to write it down or to say it out loud, even if it's a whisper, but you can always say return to sender if you don't believe that the message or any energy coming your way does not serve your highest purpose. So I just like to let anyone know that. The next one is the Animal Oracle card. Animal message, seek inspiration from your animal guides. This one also has 52 cards in it, and I'll be doing a single pull. These all have the same front. However, I do appreciate the similarity and unity on each card, because in a really lovely way, again, the more you look at it, the more you can see that it's composed of different animal, I don't want to say parts, animal features that shape into a different animal. Like I kind of see a turtle here, but within that you see a leopard, you see an owl. So again, I'll just shuffle through this one quickly and we'll see what comes up. If more than one does come up for this one, I will definitely share those both with you. But the intention was for a single pull. But as we opened and welcomed Spirit in, which I did before recording this, I surrender to that and allow love, blessings, and peace in. So whatever comes from that. Alright, so let's see. I feel like this is going to be more an intuitive grab here. And even with the intuitive grab, I'm going to grab two. So the first one, again, they both look the same. The first one we have here is the seal. So a seal, this represents hard work and inspiration as the foundation of true creativity. And you can read this message. I want to give you time to interpret it and see how it relates to you. I think that this is a very unique card in the way that it is hard for me to interpret at first. But the message is very simple. So without overthinking it, hard work and inspiration. You need inspiration to work hard. And I've experienced that. I don't know if you have experienced that, but if you are not spiritually, physically, in some way deeply rooted and in belief of the work that you put out, the energy that you put out into the world and the universe, then you're not going to be as open to the possibilities or the creativity that is truly abundant when you live in a state of pure love. And that's all I'll say about that one. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. And this one is really great. I've never pulled it before. I haven't even read it. It's a cheetah. I'll give you a time to interpret it without me saying it's great right away. During my last Reiki session, my Reiki practitioner specialist, she specializes in animal totems and seeing what animal totems come up during the Reiki session. So she saw a cheetah, and that day I'd literally never seen so much cheetah print, whatever, in my life. A cheetah. Okay. A decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. I think, to me, this is it's a powerful card. Cheetahs are powerful. They're also really graceful. And I think that when you're grounded and you lead with the heart, when you take a step forward and you make a decision, even if you're afraid, you'll find your power in that moment. And it really is followed by unwavering action. One thing I always like to remind myself is when I set an intention, it's not going to be easy, but the most important moments are when something is occurring. For example, you have set an intention to be more outgoing when you are at a local coffee shop, because I want to get specific. So you go to a local coffee shop, you usually go in, you get your coffee, and you leave. And you set intention, I want to be more outgoing. Maybe get more specific, I want to talk to the barista as well as another client, customer. When you're in that moment, because you've placed importance on wanting to communicate, because you think there's something there, and again, that relates to the seal card and the opportunity or the creation that is possibly waiting for you to step into it. So let's say you make that intention. It's going to be scary, and the anticipatory anxiety that I myself experience a lot of times, I have to remind myself, this is the point. This is when I get to exercise my free will and step into my power. And sometimes I will have, anxiety in the moment. It's not just anticipatory, but it's during it. But I've never walked away genuinely being myself, having an altruistic intention and not feeling good, even if it didn't go as planned. Very rarely does. But if you don't have a plan and it doesn't go well, what did you learn from it? And how can you reframe that to say, well, this happened, but also I learned, but also I showed up for myself, but also maybe you're trying to make a connection, a business connection. Well, I didn't get this job, but also I got a business card for something that's actually more what I might want to do. So I invite you to reflect on these, and thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. Peace and blessings to all, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh my gosh, every time I get up, I'm like, I can't feel my legs. They're like numb. I might fall.